Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Coder Circuit. In today's tutorial, we'll be talking about the next part in file handling in C, which is how to write data into a text file. Okay, so in the previous tutorial, I showed you how to read data from a text file. Guys, if you have not watched that, I will give the link in the description and also in the I button. Please go and watch that. And before starting today's video, I would like to request all of you to please like and share our videos with your friends and family. And at the same time, if you really like the content that we bring to you, please don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel because that really motivates us. And it's a win-win situation for both of us because I get the subscribers and you get good content, and it's really free of cost. You don't have to pay anything for that, right? So thank you for supporting us as well. So as I said, today's topic will be how to write data into a text file. Okay, so let's get started. I will directly go to my IDE now. Okay, here you can see we are inside our IDE, and if you see carefully, in the last tutorial, I took this f1.txt file, this one, it is open here in front of you. I had some text here, which I read with the help of this code, right? You remember that? We created the file pointer, and then we created a character array to store the data. And we handled the error also by using a message saying that if the file pointer returned null, the fopen function returned null, then we were counteracting that message by using the print statement like this. And because it was not correct, so you are returning 1. Okay, and then I said we can use the fgets, fscanf, or the fread function, and I showed you how to use the fget function. Okay, and after that, as I said, very important, we have to close the file after reading, writing, or obviously appending. So guys, as I said, we have three modes: the read mode, the write mode, and the append mode. Okay, so we have already seen the read mode. Let's go to the write mode now. Fine, I already created the file here, writefile.c. You can see here. Now let's get started. Okay, so first of all, what I will do is, in the same manner, I will kill the file pointer. The name can be anything, it doesn't matter. Okay, and after that, we need to open the file where we want to write something. Guys, I will repeat one thing. If the file is already created, it will open that existing file. Okay, if it is not created, then it will create a new file. Fine. So for the time being, you can see I don't have any other extra file created. I have the f1.txt file here, right? So let's do one thing. I will use this f1.txt file only for the time being. And let me show you how to write data into this file. And we already have some data here. See, we already have some data here. I will try to write some other data into it. So let's go back to this file. And here, as I said, we already have this. So I will use my file pointer equal to, we know that we can use the fopen function, right? So fopen, here I need two arguments, that is first the path to the file and then the mode, right? You know that, right? I've already told that. Guys, if you have not watched that video, please go back and watch the video, because otherwise you will be getting a difficulty to understand this part of the code. Okay, so as I said, let me take the file name. Simple, as I have showed you earlier. You right click on the file and go to copy path reference and copy the absolute path. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Inside the double quotes, I will paste it, and it's a very long path. So I'll just minimize the size of the screen a little bit. Okay, and then the mode, guys. Here we are trying to write data into the file. So I'll write W here. Okay, fine. And then let's do the other stuff. As I said, let us handle the error message if the file was not opened successfully. So I'll just say if fptr is equal null, that means the file has not opened. What I will do, I'll just print error opening file, and I'll just give an exclamation mark and say /n to go to the next line. Okay, and then I will return 1 because this is not correct. Okay, this is some error that happened while we are trying to open that file. Okay, then after that, we have a special function which helps us to write some data into the file, that is called fprintf. Okay, this is the function. So I'll use that here, and let me write one thing here. This is used to write data into a text file. Okay, now I will just use fprintf, you can see here. And first of all, it takes the file, and then you can write it in double quotes, whatever you want to write. Okay, so I'm just writing hello file handling in C programming is interesting. And let me give a slash n so that I can go to the next line. After that, let me again write fprintf, and here again I will take the stream or the file pointer, and then here I will write something else. I am Saurav from Coders Arcade teaching you file handling. Okay, and let us again give a slash n so that we can be ready with the next line. Okay, and as I said, just we'll use fclose to close the file, because after utilizing the resources we have to close the file. Okay, here I will simply pass the file pointer. Okay, so hope you have understood this. Now you can see here, guys, we already have this f1.txt which has some data here. See, we have this written here. Now let's try to write this here. Okay, so I'll run this now. Let's see if this is working or not. Okay, you can see there are no errors, and obviously there will be nothing displayed here, but let's go to that f1.txt file and see. Okay, guys, see here, hello, file handling in C programming is interesting. I'm Saurabh from Coders Arcade teaching you file handling. But guys, did you observe something? The earlier data that I had is gone. So guys, if you are doing this for the first time, please be careful with this. Okay, don't use the write mode directly. If you have to update some data, then this is very wrong. You should not be doing it. So I will show you here again. If I go back here and say if I write is interesting, and then let me write my whole name. I'm saying Saurav Sarkar from Godas Arcade teaching you file handling, and let me give double bars and say writing file. Okay, now let me see what we had here earlier. We had teaching you file handling. Now I'm updating the data. Okay, I'm updating it like this. So let's see what happens, and say I am deleting the first line here. Let me delete this first line. Now let me run this again. Okay guys, it says no errors, but let's go back to the file and let me open this. You can see here I have it written, but the problem is the earlier data is erased. It's not updated, it's erased. So the write mode only erases and creates a new, overwrites the data. Okay, if you see this, it actually overwrites the W mode here, it overwrites. Okay, W or write mode overwrites the data. So you have to be very careful while using it. Okay, that's why I've given the stars here. So now guys, we already had this f1.txt file, correct? So we overwrote this. If you want to create a new file, you can just do this. You can write f2.txt in the same location, and let's see what happens now. So right now f1.txt has this data. I will close this, and if you see here, I don't have any f2.txt file here, correct? So if I go back here now, if I run this, see, no errors. And let's go back and verify. You can see f2.txt is a new file created by the code. And if you open this, I have the data written here. See, got it? So I'll repeat. As I said here, created. If the file is already created, it will open the existing one and overwrite it. Otherwise, if it is not created, it will create a new file. That's what I showed you. Okay, so please remember that, and please be careful with writing something to a file, because we should not be using the write mode if you are updating some data. If it's a new file, then it's okay. Otherwise, you should not be using the write mode. Okay, so for that I will show you the solution how to use the append mode, and that will be the third part of this video. Okay, the third tutorial. So I hope you like this, guys. If you really like this, please like and share it with your friends and family. And also, if it's a really win-win situation, if you are not having to pay anything, I request you to please subscribe, because it really motivates us a lot to help you and bring more content like this. Okay, please, guys, I'm requesting you a lot. Please subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot and happy learning. Bye bye, and see you in the next video.